Question number 11. Following are different software requirements for computer users. So they have given some software requirements as two statements, the statement A and statement B. The question is asking is which of the following contains the correct combination which represents above requirement respectively. So the requirement A is describing about program designed to perform the specific task or functions for end users. Now this is a one good key point for us to think about what they are talking about. Like when it comes to the end users are there to experience an application. So they are talking about like it is designed to perform specific task or function for end users. Creating a document is a specific task. Calculate or like creating an accounting or like doing accounting part is a specific task. Creating a presentation, a specific task. Having entertainment is a specific task. So all these things are satisfied by the application software. So statement A is describing about the application software. So just by knowing that, you can choose the answer is going to be the fourth one, because it is the only answer which has application software at the first as the first choice. So if you think about the statement B, it says software is designed to perform specialized tasks to enhance the performance or functionality of a computer system. Enhancing the performance or functionality of a computer system means they are not focusing directly on end users. They are focusing on the final task or the final outcome of the end users, having a good environment, having a good performance. So that kind of a help is given by the utility software. So the answer is fourth one again. We are assuring the first one is the application software, and second one, the statement B, is the utility software. 12th, it's kind of a logic gate. So you have given a question like consider x equals 0 and y equals 0. What will not be equivalent? So be very careful on these kind of questions. So it says will not be equivalent to the output of the following circuit. So what they are suggesting is like x is a 0 and y is a 0. So when those two things are 0, so x in its lines, x is going to take you a 0 over here, and also in this line it's going to take a 0 again. And since y is 0, so on this line it will bring you a 0 over here. So since this gate is receiving a 0, this is a NOT gate, 0 will be converted into its opposite. So the output is going to be 1. And now 1 will be flows into the AND gate, and on the other hand 0 is flowing. So this is an AND gate. AND gate is doing the Boolean multiplication. So 1 into 0 gives you a 0. And that means 0 is going to be the one which is flowing to this OR gate on one hand, and on the other hand, on the other line, it is receiving another 0. So since this is an OR gate, the output is going to be a Boolean addition of the inputs. So 0 plus 0 is going to be a 0. So definitely this is going to be the output. So if you think about the first choice, it says x. So for the moment on this scenario, the value of x is 0. So if you say the answer is as 0, or if you say it is x which is outputting, still same, right? It's going to be the same way, right? So for this scenario, it's the value of x. So this is correct as well. And if you're thinking about the last answer, which is x plus y, for this scenario, x plus y means 0 plus 0, because x value is 0, y's value is 0. So 0 plus 0 is going to give you a 0 again. So the answer x plus y is also going to give you an output which is equivalent to the output. The one which is not equivalent to the output is this. So the answer is going to be the third one, because they are asking the one which is not be equivalent. right? So the answer is the third one for the 12th question. Question number 13. If ASCII value of C is 14011, what is the correct key combination to represent the word egg? So when we are saying about ASCII values, so you have to remember, if a one particular character is given, the rest of the characters are going to be in alphabetical order in the ASCII table. So when they are talking about C, by determining the C's decimal value, you can determine the values of the letter E as the value of letter G. So it says the value of C is equals to 14011. So ASCII is a 7-bit code, so like this. So what you have to do is, first you convert this into a decimal value. So the place values will be used for this. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and 64 as the place values. So in determining the value which is represented by this binary value, you are going to consider about the place values where a 1 is remaining. So these place values 64, 2 and 1 will be considered when you decide in what's the value is. So that gives you 64 plus 2 is 66 plus 1 is 67. So the letter C indicates 67 when it comes to the decimal representation of the ASCII code. So when we know the value of C, you can determine the value of D, E, F, G. So like D is going to be the 68, E is going to be 69, F is going to be 70, and G is going to be 71. So just without converting the value of E, just by looking at the choices that is given to you, each and every choice contains two different type of values over here. So E is going to be either 1000101 or 1000111. So in that case, yeah, you have to convert and see. No choice of getting the values from the choices or guessing what E is. So E considers 69. So to convert 69 into a binary, we need the place value of 64. So we need 1 under the 64. No 32s, no 16, no 8s. So 69 comes like 64 plus 5. So you need 1 under the place value 4, 0 under the place value 2, and 1 under the place value 1. So which gives you 64 plus 4 plus 1, which is 69. And when it comes to the G gives you 71. So you definitely need 64. So 1 is under the 64 place value. No 32s, no 16s, no 8s. But you need the place value 4, place value 2 and place value 1, because altogether they performs 7. So 64 plus 7 will give you 71. So now it is easy. You have to recognize what's the ASCII value for egg. So that is E and 2 G's. So the value of E is going to be this 1000101. So that means this choice is gone and this choice is gone because it does not indicate in what the E is. Then G is coming as 1000111. So 1000111 indicates only in this answer. So the correct answer is this. This is wrong. So this choice is gone. So first one is going to be the answer for the 13th. 14th. Consider the following functions of word processing tools, and they have given two kind of the functions. So you have to determine what's the tool or what's the symbol that represents the tool. So the statement A says assist users in ensuring proper sentence structure, punctuation and word usage in their documents. So this is, they are talking about spelling and grammar mistakes, right? So spelling and grammar icon is this. So this is not the spelling and grammar mistake icon, so this is out of our context. And the statement B says font to be positioned above the baseline. So this is the correct way of positioning a font above the baseline, which we call the superscript. So A1 is going to be the correct answer. This will increase the font size, so it is not going to be the answer. So first one is going to be the answer for the 14th. All right, 15th, it's talking about the Excel sheet. They have given you some formulas on the column A, which indicates what are the actual formulas that you have to write in the cell range as well as in the cell range. So this particular cell range depends on this equation. The next cell range underneath it depends on this equation. So let's see how it's going to happen. So the question asks, what is the formula which should be entered in cell B4 to get the value according to the given equation in cell A4? So cell A4 is this place, right? So they are asking what should be the value. I'm sorry, this is cell B4 place. So that particular formula is depending on this particular formula given in A4. So you have to write the particular formula which is equivalent to this. And you know, when you are writing a formula, you have to start it from the equal sign. So you have to start it from the equal sign. So first it says X. X values are determined by this row. So this is the corresponding value of the X for the cell B4. So we can say B2, and plus sign is there, plus sign is over here. Then this indicates 3 into X into Y. So that's what it means. 3 within brackets XY means 3 into X into Y. So you need the concrete value 3, multiplication indicated by a star, X again indicated by B2, Y is indicated, should indicate over here, so which is going to be B3. So it's going to be B3. So this is going to be your formula. So which gives you the correct answer as the third one. So for 15th, third one is the answer. So the 16th question says, a student has entered the following as possible formulas to enter in E3 to get the required values. Select the incorrect answer among them. Yeah, incorrect answer. So they have put it in the E3. So that means onto this particular cell. So you can easily say, so any particular value is going to go with this particular sentence. So y equals x minus 2 can be taken as equals e2 minus 2. X is there, the corresponding x is over here, which is in the e2. So that particular equation is correct, e2 minus 2. And plus e2 minus 2, that is also correct. It is not very famous in Excel how to do it, but it's better you aware. And dot e2 minus 2, which is wrong. We are not starting the characters from a dot. And the fourth one, it's 9 minus 2. Yes, kind of, right? 9 minus 2 can be happen because the corresponding x value is 9. So in case that we have to convey the message to the friend, so you can go with the 9 minus 2. So 9 is there concretely on the E2 drive, but anyway this is going to give you the answer. So 9 must 2, which is correct. Okay, so they are asking about the incorrect one. So the answer for the 16th is going to be the third one. Right. For 17 to 19, you have to go with these tables that is provided to you. Select the answer which consists of foreign keys. Yeah, foreign key, how we are going to recognize the foreign key? The foreign keys are going to be generated or like the foreign keys, the concept foreign key is there since because the primary key of one table is going to represent another field. So that second time it's going to be the foreign key in a different table. For the first time it must be a primary key on another table. So if you are going to find a foreign key, look for the places where a primary key is placed as in that particular table, right? So they say lecture allocation table with course code. Lecture allocation table is this. So course code is just this. So even though course code is the course code which is equals to this particular one in the course, which is not going to be a problem, right? But they are only asking about the foreign keys. No? So foreign keys are going to be lecture allocation table course code. Yeah, that is a foreign key because the primary key comes over here, right? And course table and course code. In the course table, course code. In course table, course code is not going to be a foreign key. It's a primary key as we discuss over here. And lecture table, lecture NIC. So lecture table, lecture NIC. This is not going to be a foreign key because this has not become the particular, even for particular primary key. So lecture table NIC is not going to be the correct answer, which is not going to show you any foreign key concept. Fourth one says lecture allocation table course code plus lecture code. Lecture allocation table course code plus lec code. Yeah, when it is talking about these two things, so if these two are there, then of course you can create a composite primary key, and if they are going to be foreign for individually for the same table. So in the lecture table, lecture code is the primary key. When it is given to this particular value, it's going to be the foreign key. So the same way, this is going to be a primary key in the lec code, and that particular one also unique over here in the lecturer table, and here it is not. So when it comes to the foreign key, so only thing you need to find is whether there are any primary keys of a different table has been used in this particular. Then you will be able to find the foreign keys. So lecture code is the primary key of the lecture table, and course code is the primary key of the course table, and lecture allocation table has course code and lecture code respectively. So both of them are taken as foreign keys. So the correct answer is going to be the first one, lecture allocation table course code, which shows what is a foreign key. Course table course code is the primary key of the course table. So this is primary key, which is not a correct one. And lecture table, lecture NIC. Lecture NIC is not even a primary key, so it won't be able to manage as a foreign key in the lecture table. In the lecture table, the lec NIC is just a field, just a unique field, which is not a foreign key or any other thing. So not qualified for this as well. lecture allocation table, course code plus lecture code. So as I told you, course code plus lecture code taken as the primary key. Together they are good primary key. Right, so the answer is for the 17th is the first one. Yeah, 18th is asking what is the primary key of lecture allocation table. We have figured this out earlier. Lecture allocation table. So that means this table. So for lecture allocation table, course code plus lec code will be the correct answer for this. Right, so lecture allocation table, course code plus lec code, which is going to be the third answer, the primary key of the lecture allocation table. Yeah, 19th, what can be the relationship type of lecture table and the course table? Yeah, so the first thing that you need to know is if you want to figure out a relationship in between two or more tables, you better search for the places where it has a foreign key inside it. So it is very easy to recognize a particular relationship in between tables just by using the foreign key which is inside the table. So in these three tables we can find foreign keys only over here, course code and lecture code, and that will help you to figure out whether this is a many to many or one to one or one to many relationship, right? So if you look closely, you can see CO123 or CO123, two course code has different lecture codes. So that means course code is representing the course table, lecture code representing the lecturer table. So if you think about one course code, there are many lectures. So that is why C0123 is taken care of this particular L, 4 zeros and 5, and again L3032, right? So one particular course code is having many lecturers, and now that is for this side, and now we have to think about one lecturer. How many course are given to you, like are suggested to you? So when it comes to the first one and the last one, L405, so that can be taken as an example by indicating one lecture code is having many courses. So when you are figuring out whether what's the relationship in between, take the bigger value out of these things. So from here it's M, and from here it's going to be N. So it's many to many anyhow, so the answer is going to be the third one. _20th, select the most suitable data type that can be used to enter age of an employee of a database table. So age, we are going to record the age. How? Like 30, 32, 28, likewise. It's an integer that we are generally using. So suitable answer is going to be the integer.